Tarot and Oracle forecast for the month of April 2019. If you would like a personal or private reading, or one of those incredible soulmate readings, or any of the other readings available, please go to my website. The links are available in the description box below. Capricorn, we're first going to have a look in your teacup at the story that comes in your tea leaves. Then we'll do a relationship reading for you, and then finish up with a tarot reading. The very first thing I see in the teacup is the head of a dog, the face of a dog, which means there's somebody with a bit of clout, someone that can influence things, that has your back in the month of April. There's somebody who's going to step into the picture at some stage when you need backup. This person will be there, and they will definitely be backing you up. Okay, I'm looking for what else I can see in this teacup. There's a little fox as well. So you're going to be shrewd and clever, and you'll probably take the offer from this person to help you, or stand by your side, or stand at your back. The shrewdness means you need to recognize this opportunity for what it is and make the best use of it that you can. I see a little dragon laughing. So possibly what happens in April as well is something you've been deluding yourself about. You just have a good chuckle to yourself. You realize, oh, I knew this was the story. I knew this was going to happen, but I went ahead with it anyway, and you have a good laugh at it, which means it's probably not that serious. One doesn't generally have a laugh at yourself if things are really, really serious. But you will arrive at that conclusion. It's something about some story. I see a rather large arrow with a little wishbone at the base of it. So there's something you've been wishing for a while now that actually gets set on the right road in the month of April. It gets going on the right road. I see 2 arrows here, and I see a little heart as well. And then I see a little dragon again and a caterpillar. So that's very interesting. So the heart-related matters, and I feel that in this reading too, can be important in the month of April. There's a forward momentum in it. Perhaps that's where you have your laugh at something, that you were deluding yourself about, but that's about to change. So some kind of heart-related matter, some kind of connection with someone else. You have been kind of ignoring the signs, or kind of been hoping for an outcome that you knew would never materialize. And you just come to terms with this in the month of April. And that's when the change happens. And I don't see anything too serious in here. Like I said, I see little dragons laughing. So it's kind of, you just shake your head, laugh at yourself, and say, right, this just is what it is. It's not going to change for now. Let me get on with my life. And then that's when the change actually starts happening for you. If I look at your tea leaf cards, you get the fair man, which is dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, grey, or white hair. Scissor says disappointment in some affair. The 10 says temporary situation, and the bridge says successfully overcoming the problem. So this kind of, I think, reiterates that whole story. Most likely, your delusion has been about a blonde, light-haired, or grey-haired man, and you've been disappointed in the way that this is turning out. Yet it's only a temporary situation, because there is going to be a successful outcome to the situation. You get the Treasure Island card, which says X marks the spot. It's almost as if when you sit back and you say, you know what, this isn't going to work out the way I anticipated. I see that now. I did know all along it was probably not going to head in that direction. You laugh a little bit at yourself, and then a shift happens. And it's as if you arrive on that X marks the spot, and that is when this change happens, and there's a successful outcome to this situation, whatever it may be in your life. Your relationship cards, you get true love, past relationship, grounded, and trust. So true love says this is the romance of a lifetime. Past relationship says you have known each other before. Now, I think for all of you, whether you're looking for relationships or whether you're in a relationship, this is someone from the past. This is someone that you have a soul contract with, most likely. And in the month of April, that connection is either made or it is strengthened and deepened. You realize the great connection that you have. There is an element here of needing to let go of some kind of attachment or belief. You've already seen that cropping up in the beginning of your reading. And to have faith that the outcome will be the best one anyway. So there's kind of a letting go, a release of something that you know needs to be let go of in the month of April. It is most likely, I think, if we have a look at the beginning of your reading, some kind of expectation that you have of a partner. whether it's a new one coming in or one you already have, you just kind of step back a bit and realize this person cannot be that particular thing that you have in mind. And you probably knew all along they were not going to be that. That's when you shake your head and laugh. And you just have faith that regardless of that, this can still work. It can still have a good outcome. And it can, because you've got the true love card there. So in an existing relationship, I'm sure you're aware of what the story is referring to. And if someone new comes in, it's perhaps you have a very set idea of what kind of person, particular trait that you want a person to, or you've had your eye on a specific somebody and you now realize that's not the person. But somebody does come into your life, and it's someone that you have a deep connection with because it is a past life relationship. So there'll be this instant kind of connection or resonance between the two of you. You let go of a particular attachment to outcome, and you hand over trust that this will work out fine. It will be the romance of a lifetime regardless. And when you do so, that is when that romance starts to develop. That's when that door opens and allows that true romance into your life. For each of you, that belief, whatever it is going to be different. Depends on your life story, but I'm sure if you don't know immediately what I'm talking about, by the end of April, you're going to know what it is. And look how absolutely beautifully your tarot cards underscore this story and even flesh it out a bit more for you. You get the 3 of air, the 9 of water, the faith card, and the perception card. So that 3 of air says that you dig a little deeper, a little bit honest with yourself about a situation, especially a lesson that has been cropping up over and over again. And I think this is relationship orientated or relating orientated, okay? You have this dynamic, this relationship dynamic, either with someone existing or continuously having it with new people that you meet. It plays itself out over and over again. In the month of April, you take a look at this and you see it for the lesson that is supposed to be learned. That 9 of water, says there's an acceptance of what it is. So instead of railing against this dynamic, and especially against the person who keeps bringing this into your life, you accept that it's part of one's life or part of your life because you have a lesson that needs to be experienced here. Because you accept it and don't rail against it any longer, you have a faith that things will eventually work through and out. You'll navigate your way through the situation. You have faith that you are undergoing this or experiencing this situation for a specific reason. That changes the final card, your perception of it. And it's the change of our perception of things that changes our world. Very short, little pithy saying that, but it is it has a wealth of meaning and a wealth of importance in it. Your perception changes by the end of April, and that shifts your world. That is the message for you. It's a big message. It doesn't sound like it is, but it is a big message. And yes, right now you may have no clue what I'm speaking about, but trust me, by the end of April, you're going to go, aha, so that's what that meant. I hope that you enjoyed that reading. If you would like any of those readings I offered at the beginning, the personal, private, soulmate, or subscription to weekly updates for your star sign, please contact me via the links in the description box below. That is via the website. I want to thank you for watching, listening, commenting, liking, subscribing, and for those of you that share this video, I truly appreciate it. Those of you that comment, I read every single comment. Thank you very much.